Jesus said men always ought to pray and not faint. And he talked about the unjust judge. Talks about the persistence of the woman. The Bible calls it importunity. So men always ought to pray and not faint. Now I heard a story about the people who reside in Jerusalem. We have the Jews, we have the Muslims and the Christians. Now if you see a flight that is coming from that part of the world, so you have these three groups of people in the flight. And the Jews, even in the flight, they wake up to pray, because they have to pray 3 times a day. The Muslims pray 5 times a day, so they always wake up to pray. But the Christians are sleeping. Yeah? So as a Christian, how many times do you pray in a day? Jesus said men always ought to pray and not faint. Do you have a prayer habit? My book, The Prayer Habits from the Bible, the first chapter talks about persistence and consistency in prayer. So your prayer life must become consistent to become impactful in the realm of the Spirit. You can only make impact in the realm of the Spirit when you are consistent and persistent in your prayer. So my message this morning, learn to pray many times a day. That is how you'll be effective as a Christian. Men always ought to pray and not faint. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Your prayer must be effective. Effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. So shall you make impact in the realm of the Spirit.